2, live now.
Well, I think TrashTalkingRadio.com, the thing that everybody should listen to once in a while, because they're on every Tuesday on TrashTalkingRadio.com. Trash talking, and you haven't lived until you've been on TrashTalkingRadio.com.
Yo, you want to get hardcore, you want to get extreme, this is the Sandman, and we're on TrashTalkingRadio.com.
Trash Talking Radio. The show you've been waiting for. The show we've been waiting to do. And it's here for you. All right. I think we got it go on. It just took a little longer than last week and the week before. And, man, I just wonder sometimes if it's worth doing it. Here we are. Got Wilson here.
Yo.
Little Wilson.
Hi.
And myself. This gets really difficult from week to week because the problems are different every week. This week, we had a problem because there's an update for Microsoft, and now you would think it would take maybe 15 minutes. No. It was 2 hours and counting, and I finally aborted. So I'll have to do it later on. But time for the show.
Yes.
Oh, by the way, I didn't even go up and check to see if everything was running. Oh, did I get that? Oh, hold on. Trash Talking Radio Tuesday night. It's the best night of the week. Welcome to the show. You mix lovers, you mix listeners, you people from all over the world, at least from Florida and the rest of the world. Sorry you're a little late, or we're a little late, but anyway. So
I would say time zone change, but I don't know if that works.
Yeah, it's a time zone. That's what it is. So we're actually early because, I think we should say that the show starts at 6. Then I'd probably get it started at 7.
We'll just run on TTRS time, like we always do.
Well, I need to run better than that. All right. I'm just checking to make sure all the streams are running. I think they are. Oh, it says I'm live. How you like that?
Ooh, I'm glad you're not dead.
I can't figure out this new setup for Twitch. They changed on me, so I don't really know how everything works. I don't know how to do the stream manager. That's probably it. Maybe that's
Hi,
it.
Jamie.
So, anyway, it's good to see you, and it's good that you're back, and good we're back, and I'm just here talking while I'm trying to make sure everything's running. We got really started a lot later than normal, so I apologize for that. But, technical difficulties thanks to our, okay, where is it? Oh, where's Twitch? Twitter.
Right there.
Yeah, but it's not the stream that we're on. It says it's playing. I don't see it. Maybe I'm on the wrong page. Let's go there. Now it should be here. Hey, there we are. All right, got it. All right, looks like everything's working. Boom. Now we can start the show. And let's see here. Yeah, looks like everything's working. All right. All right. Where are we? I guess we can just jump into the movies and stuff because I'm definitely behind and
okay.
Don't like to be behind. But better than not being around at all.
If you're not first, you're last.
That's good to know. Then we're last. Okay, so this is the mouse I'm using. Okay. Here we go. We had 3 movies last week, and I got humiliated. So I got 1 point. Trish got 3 points. Ashley got 6 points.
Wait, no!
I didn't write it.
Yes, you did.
I'm starting to think I should stop playing this game because
Remember, his show, his rules.
no, I've been losing. This time she undercut me on some of the stuff, but I can't use that excuse as I usually do. So she had all three amounts, all three in a row, and you had all three in a row. So I had one of them. Sucks. So to wrap it up, it was a weird totals from last week. Ford v Ferrari was number one at 30 million. Wait a minute, I'm sorry. I might be wrong about that. I gotta take that one.
No, that's right. That's what I have here.
Mm-hmm.
There it is. 31,037 is what it was yesterday when I did the thing, or Sunday. And she said it would be 30 million. Number two, you said it would be 45. I said it would be 28. She prices right at me. Took that one from me.
I never did such
Number
thing.
two was Charlie's Angels. Well, that was a disappointing 8.6 million. She undercut at me, and she said 25 million. What are you looking at? Yeah.
They must have given back a lot of refunds.
Well, she said it was going to be 25 million. It was actually 8.6. What?
That says 8.3.
I don't know. I copied and pasted.
Okay.
So, and then you said 35. I said 30. She said 25. The third one was the Good Liar, which she said it was going to do 10 million. You said it was going to do 10 million. So that's where you got. Oh, you got 2 points then, I guess. So you got that one too. Or you got 4 points. And I said the Good Liar was going to do 13 million. So I just kind of sucked this particular week. And it continued into the big three because the big three became Ford v Ferrari and let's see. All right. Can't read it if you're going to tag me, Tracy. Ford v Ferrari, and then second was Charlie's Angels. I had those two reversed. See, I could have won if those two would have reversed. And then I said the Good Liar would be 3, but it wasn't. It was Midway, which did 8.7 million. So,
Oops.
yeah. Hey, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. I just happened to lose a couple in a
See,
row.
Mommy, you and I got the big 3 right, but we switched the 2 ending ones.
Oh, wow. Well, they had a tour that they were going to do this year.
Uh-huh.
All right, bring that up in entertainment.
Okay.
So, hey, you know, it happens. It happens to the best of us, as it did this time. It happened to the best of us. And, you know, sometimes, you know. Anyway, who we got in the chat room? Ah, wow. We got a couple people I haven't seen in a while. Jamie, we got Tracy, we got Danny, we got Jenny. I haven't seen Jenny in, geez, about a year and a half. And who else we got? I can't read the last one. Brennan?
Is it Brenda?
Says Brennan.
Oh, I can't see. It's too far away.
Yeah. So, welcome to the show. All right, we got the big. Okay, so we got this week's movies. Everyone's going to be excited by this week.
Yay!
We got 21 Bridges. That's the one I want to see. And A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood.
I can't wait to see that one.
Those
Yeah.
two are my big ones, and then of course Frozen.
Let it
2.
go. Let it go.
Why me?
You asked for it.
I
You
didn't
got
ask for
it,
that.
Toyota.
I did not ask for it. Okay, here we go. We got 21 Bridges. That one really looks like a good suspense movie, and I have a feeling that it's going to do happened here? It didn't find any videos. What happened with
Ooh.
that? What the freak happened there? Last night it did. Didn't? Oh, it doesn't.
Ooh, excuse
Well,
me.
that's weird. All right. Well, that's didn't expect to see that happen. Let's see what happens when I go to Google and figure out what happened to that. That's weird. Put it in there. Why not? I mean, why not? Oh, here we go.
Because it's hashtag it must be Tuesday.
I'm telling you. All right. Well, here's the 21 Bridges.
Wasn't that a song by the Eagles?
No,
Oh, okay.
7.
Oh.
It's okay. 21, 7, whatever.
Hey, 7 goes into 21. It's cool.
Yeah, 3 times.
All
Did
right,
you
that's
use
the
your
math.
fingers for that?
That's,
No, I didn't.
that's
Did
our
she
math
use the
class for the day.
calculator?
I didn't use a calculator.
And an abacus.
Yeah, sure. We'll go with that.
All right. Here we go. I think I got to wait for this commercial to go through. Oh, skip ad. There we go. All right, here we go with
Do wrong. Be afraid,
Two shooters.
Wait a minute.
They have training.
for he does not bear the sword in vain. He carries out wrath on the wrongful.
We'll find them. If we don't catch these guys in the next 3 or 4 hours, they vanish. How you gonna do this?
There are 21 bridges in and out of the island. Shut them down.
What island?
Manhattan.
You ain't got the action when you see me, no stress. BTO, we back and kill
They told me you were the guy who kills killers.
Beautiful. What could go wrong? You got a trigger.
It's funny because when I first saw this trailer, I kind of laughed because this is the Black Panther guy.
Oh.
And I thought, oh, wow, another Black Panther movie. Nope. It's a suspense movie, and there's no Black Panthers in this movie. No Black Panthers were harmed during the making of this movie.
You better have perfect diction calling me a trigger.
This is a setup. Call it what you want. I just
And-
did.
Back up here a little bit. Where's it?
Perfect diction calling me a trigger.
This is a setup. Call it what you
He was on Law and Order as the psychiatrist.
Well, he was on Oz as the Nazi
Oh.
head of the Nazi group, and he was in what was the name of that movie about the drummer? It was a great movie. He was the mean. He can play mean parts. He's good at playing mean parts. So JD, is it JD Simons? I think JD
No,
JD something.
no, it isn't.
Yes, it is. JD Simons, I think. I might be wrong about JD. No, I think it is JD. What is
J.K. Simmons.
JK? Same guy.
want. I just did. If you go down this road, you'll be looking over your shoulder the rest of your life.
I'd rather look the devil in the eye.
Still going bad on
So, do you know what 21 Bridges is?
Missed business
A lot
calls
of bridges.
steal your
But
products.
do you know what it was? What it's from? What it came
No.
up? That's the number of bridges going into Manhattan, I believe.
Really?
Yeah, I think that's
As
what
many
it is.
times as we've been to New York?
It has nothing to do with us.
Oh,
It's
okay.
how many bridges are attached to Manhattan.
Oh.
I believe that's right. Anyway, that's the first one. That'll be a good movie. I wish I could make this bigger. I apologize. Hopefully for next week, we will fix that. All right, this other one. I'm going to take my headphones off for this one.
No.
I don't want to hear you girls singing. Well, see, now I can't get this.
Not our
My
problem.
Yahoo is not working. It won't let me do the movie trailers. Wonder what that's about. Job.
I wasn't singing.
I don't care who was singing. Whoever was singing.
I wasn't singing.
All right, here we go. Trailer, Frozen. Here we go. Let's hope there's no commercials. Oh, that's it. Good.
Elsa, the past is not what it seems. You must find the truth. Go north, across the enchanted lands, and into the unknown. But be careful. We have always feared Elsa's powers were too much for this world.
Looks a little different than one.
Just a little.
Just a little. But the animation's excellent.
Now we must hope. They are enough.
I won't let anything happen to her.
That's a good sister.
Mm-hmm.
Wish I had one like that.
Me too.
All right. That's the second one.
I can't wait.
And thirdly, it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
Won't you be my neighbor?
See, that one didn't work either. Wow. I think the Yahoo must be down. So I'll have to go to Google. Let's try Google. Oops, what happened here? That's not what I was trying to get. Oh, shoot. Didn't do it. All right. Copy. Try this again. This one will be pretty good.
Yeah, I've been actually looking forward to seeing this one too.
They have a thing on HBO, a special on HBO about this too.
I like the fact that there's a hospital in Pittsburgh, I believe, that they dressed all the babies up like Mr. Rogers because that's where he was originally from.
Oh, all right. All right, we'll get this thing working one way or the other. There we go. All right, where's the trailer? Sorry, my links aren't working. Here we go. This is the official trailer, not just a fake trailer, the official one.
Hello, neighbor.
Hey, I'm looking for Fred Rogers. In here.
It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood, a beautiful day for a neighbor. Would you be mine? Could you be mine?
I think they picked the perfect guy to play him too.
Oh, yes.
And
Definitely.
this will be. This person was so interesting because he's really exactly the guy in the TV show. You know, he's not putting on an act. He really does care about people. And I kind of think that's interesting. And I think we'll find out a lot of things where people were trying to make him out to be a pervert and all that other stuff. And he wasn't. He was really this guy that cared about other people.
Please won't you be my neighbor?
Could you see me in this role as Mr. Rogers?
No.
Me neither. There'd be a trashy person in the Mr. Trash's neighborhood. Would you really be mine?
I would see Oscar the Grouch in there somewhere.
There, I would hope. I think it'd be funny. I'd have clipboards here in this display he had there, and kind of trashy things.
Hello, neighbor.
Mr. Rogers, I'm here to interview you.
It is so nice to meet.
And this is a guy, I think, that tried to find something on him, that tried to be like a jerk. But who would have thought that he really was a straightforward guy and really did care? You would think after the lights were off, he'd go out having beers with the guys and stuff.
Nope. He was a preacher, I think. I think it's a Presbyterian minister.
He was also in the military.
Yeah.
So anyway.
You okay?
I'm profiling Mr. Rogers.
Amy's singing.
Please don't ruin my childhood.
This piece will be for an issue about heroes. Do you consider yourself a hero?
We are trying to give the world positive ways of dealing with their feelings.
Yeah? Like what?
There are many things you can do. You could play all the lowest keys on a piano at the same time.
That would be so strange to interview him.
That's easy. Just sit on him.
That'd be strange to interview him, though, because you'd be looking for the angle. What is the angle? And I just think it would be, he'd be an interesting guy to, is he still alive?
I don't believe so. Let me check.
I just happen to think, I don't know if he's alive yet or not. So.
No.
What?
He died in 2003.
Oh. Well, that sucks. No, I think I hit the wrong.
You love broken people. Like me.
Sometimes we have to ask for help, and that's okay. I think the best thing we can do is to let people know that each one of them is precious.
Hey, Mr. Rogers. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, a beautiful day for a neighbor. Please won't you be my neighbor?
That was wonderful.
Help me.
You said you didn't want to hear us sing, so we didn't.
You know, I didn't, like, during Halloween, play slasher movies or anything, where we would be playing the trailer and I'd be over here. But I get these Frozens and these beautiful day in the neighborhood stuff.
I can say one word.
You can say many words.
Kylie. That would work, but I was going to be more generic and say grandchildren.
I have none.
I know. That's why you don't get it.
I don't want to. No, I do want to see that movie, though.
What, Frozen?
Probably will. I probably don't want to, but I probably will. I will say I liked the first one.
Saturday.
I did like the first one, even though there's too much singing.
Yeah, but you know, you sat through a dancing movie last weekend. Think about it. You'll get it.
What?
There was dancing in Charlie's Angels. And you didn't complain one bit.
No. No, different
Mom,
thing.
he just needs to let it go.
Let it go. Let it go. She started it.
Help me. Help me. All right. So there you go. You got your picks?
Yes, but I have an interesting question for you. speaking of the Mr. Rogers movie, do you know the name of the postman puppet? Remember what his name was?
I don't remember because I never watched it.
Mr. McFeely.
Did you know McFeely was Fred Rogers' middle name?
I did not.
I never watched it. I think it came on after I was of age to. I don't remember, but I mean, for some reason, I don't remember him being on when I was a kid. I might be wrong about that, but I probably either he came on before I was or after I was a kid, or my parents never told me about him. So, what was the years that he had his show?
He was from 1951 to 2001.
Okay, so I didn't know about him.
Yeah, and he had died of stomach cancer back in 2003.
How old was he?
74.
Well, that sucks. All right, Trish, go ahead.
I'm going to say Frozen 2 is going to be number 1.
And what price are you going to put on? Price tag are you going to put on?
80 million.
That's what I got.
And then I'm going to say Mr. Rogers is number 2.
Hold on, I'm trying to figure out why this isn't working.
Wrong keyboard, probably.
No, it's the right keyboard. Something's going on here. Okay, hitting it. What's going on? What is... This is going to really irritate me. This is going weird places.
So that's not any different than any other week.
Yeah, we've never had a problem with the keyboard. All right, what? Okay, what'd you say, 80?
80 million.
Okay, 2?
Mr. Rogers.
Okay.
At 45.
Okay.
And then 21 Bridges at 30.
Why not at 21?
I give it a little bit more.
All right. Ashley?
I had Frozen as number 1.
Okay.
At 75 million.
Okay.
She prices right in me, Mike.
It's okay. You took my number. Okay.
I had A Beautiful Day at number 2.
Okay.
And I have that at 25 million.
Okay.
And then 21 Bridges at 20 million.
Why not 21? Oops. Okay. That's your big 3. Or that's your, just so you know, I had Frozen at 80 for number 1. Number 2, I put 21 Bridges at 20 million. Number 3, I put A Beautiful Day at 12 million.
So you took both one of her numbers and one of mine.
It's hard to say that I took them when I had them first. Because I do them ahead of time.
Here.
I do them ahead of time, so I can't cheat.
Uh-huh.
Okay, what's your big 3?
Oh, this will be easy.
By the way, I took a lot of movies out
Good.
of the big 3, so we're down to, a couple.
Good.
Go ahead.
I'm going to say Frozen 2 is number 1.
Okay.
I'm going to say Ford versus Ferrari.
Okay, this one is number 2, okay.
And Mr. Rogers is 3rd.
Really?
Now, I got a question about this.
No.
Okay.
It's the only time I can say no that you don't argue with me.
Well, I don't care, because if you don't win, that's a better chance for me.
I know.
But you're saying... You're saying
I know where you're going to go with this.
You're saying that you...
I know where you're going to go with this. Don't even say it.
So you're saying Ford v. Ferrari is going to be more... Let's see. Is going to be less than 80
All
million.
right, flip them.
And more than
Flip
45 million.
Flip them.
You want 3 and 2. I'm just thinking of
You do this every week.
Well, you can have whatever you want. You can put them in. You can put Frozen third. I don't care because I have a better chance of winning. So I'm just being nice by saying something. So it's up to you. I'm happy to take your win, and I'm sure Ashley would be happy to take your win.
She's not allowed to win anymore.
Well, she's not going to win anymore. I decided I'm not going to let you guys win anymore.
Yeah, right. We've heard that one before.
Okay. What do you want?
I have Frozen 2 is number 1.
Okay.
I have Ford versus Ferrari is number 2. And Mr. Rogers is 3.
See, now you're going to say the same thing to her.
Okay, so you're saying that Frozen's going to do 75, and you're saying that Ford v Ferrari is
You only
going to
did
do
31.
Is going to do at least 25, and you're saying that A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood is going to do 25. So you're saying that Ford versus Ferrari, which did 31 last week, and you can be guaranteed it's going to be half. It's probably going to be half.
See, this, as I was sitting here doing this, that's the trouble I was having.
Okay, well, you can choose whatever I don't want to talk you out of it because chances of me winning are a lot better. So don't listen to me. Do it your way. I'd be happy to take the win because you've won too many times now. So
I've only won twice.
that's
too many.
times I didn't win. So I'm happy leaving it there, but I'm going to give you one chance to change it.
Yeah, go ahead and change it.
What am I changing it to?
The same thing as my mother.
Then you guys are going to have a...
She would, wouldn't she? Now I have to get this out.
Now you got to decide what it's worth to you and what volume you want it to be. You two are always having a face-off on this. Why is this not letting me delete that?
120 million.
120?
Yep.
It is 120, okay. And now it's up to you.
140.
140. Not that it really matters because it's not going to be either of you guys winning this week, so
Yeah, we'll see.
That's fine.
We shall see, my dear.
Trust me, we will. We will see. All right.
So do you want Amy's numbers?
Yeah.
Amy has her numbers.
Yeah, 81, 50 for Brit. Wait, for...
She's saying Mr. Rogers is 81, Frozen is 50, and 21 Bridges is 40.
All right, I'm going to put an Amy in here because I think it's funny.
People.
Well, no, she's only in it once in a while. But just to see how bad she did, because, I guess I got to put her up here, though. Oh, shoot. Where am I going to put her?
Buddy, give me your ball. Give me your ball.
I'll just do it here. Okay, so she did...
Give me your ball.
Where are we at here? Mr. Rogers. I could do it down here. Let's see, we'll go to... Where did I put it? Here it is. Mr. Rogers, she said 81.
Mm-hmm.
Frozen, she said 90.
No, she said 50.
Oh, I can't see it. I'm having a hard time seeing up there. 50.
And then 21 Bridges is 40.
Why not 21? All right. Those are really high, but especially for Mr. Rogers, I don't anticipate him doing that well, but what do I know? I've lost the last couple weeks, so
I think I think definitely Frozen's going to do very, very
Frozen's
well.
going to win. There's no doubt about that. I would be surprised if it didn't win. And it's a Disney, so it's going to do between 60 and 80, maybe between 60 and 100, but more than likely it'll be around 80. That's my opinion.
Because you figure this is also going up against Frozen, and a lot of kids that are into Frozen also like Mr. Rogers, especially the younger ones.
Yeah, but you know how it goes is the way it goes is that the girls are going to go to Frozen and they're going to drag their boyfriends, and if they don't have boyfriends, they're going to whine and whine and whine until their parents take them. Even if they're 30, they're going to whine and whine. I just know how it is. So I know without a doubt Frozen's going to win. There's no doubt. So
We're
All right,
just gonna
well,
let it go. Let it go.
Okay. Because Tamara came into the room, I won't say what I was gonna say.
Chicken.
I'm sure Chris is around, so I'm not gonna say what I was gonna say.
There's a yo, Mike.
See? All right, where are we at now?
Just face it, you're outnumbered.
Don't matter. It doesn't matter. You can outnumber me all you want. When I'm winning, you should be all around me because you should be praising me for winning.
No.
I'll win. There's no doubt. I'm going to win this week.
Nope.
There is no doubt.
Amy says go trash.
Thank you, Amy.
No,
Thank
she
you,
said
Amy.
trash. She just spelled it wrong.
Oh, okay.
Wrong.
Anyway, all right, that's that. Okay, we're at 8:30.
The cold never bothered me anyway.
You're outnumbered, Mike. Give it up.
You know what I didn't do is I didn't. Oh, there it is. I did do it.
No, Chris is in bed. Mary just said Chris is in bed.
Oh. Well, now it's too late. It's lost its steam. All right. Where are we at here?
So I can get rid of that tab.
Yeah. Well, in the box office, as you heard, that Ford versus Ferrari.
Drop something. I gotta tell you, that was better than I ever thought it would be.
It was a long movie.
Well, yeah.
That was one thing I didn't like about it, but it had to be that long to cover everything that it was doing. So, it's a very, very good movie for what's that?
Oh, nice. It's a message for her that she has to dress in her favorite Frozen colors,
Yeah, so
which is
my
like
work
blue.
has this thing called the crew wrap, and the manager just sent out a message saying, "Don't forget to wear our favorite Frozen colors tomorrow."
I think
it's McDonald's for you.
Yeah, they should have a Charlie's Angels Day. Don't forget to wear your sluttiest outfit. That'd be cool. I'd probably go there a lot more instead of just when my mother was hungry.
I'll have to find. Oh, that's gonna be tough.
Light blue. I'm sure there's something there.
I have a white shirt. I have my white.
Light blue.
Why light blue?
Because that's Elsa.
I didn't say Elsa was my favorite.
Oh, okay.
Do you want to build a snowman?
I want Olaf.
Huh?
I like Olaf.
I do too. That's why.
Help me. Help me. Enough of this.
We're good now.
Can't wait till summer now.
Why? Then we don't get to see Olaf.
Whoever that is. Okay.
The snowman.
Do you want to build a snowman?
No, I don't. I can't stand the cold. I'm staying inside. All right. So, anyway, they crushed the box office this week, so that was pretty good.
Well, I know when we went to see it, I mean,
there were a lot of people.
Yeah.
There. And it was really good. It told the story of where Shelby came from. It told the story how Shelby put his company on the line, and the driver was really good and obnoxious and everything. But I was really sad about him at the end. It was so much I didn't know, and everyone knows about Shelby engines and but it really went into detail at how he really turned it. I didn't know he was a driver before. I knew he was a manufacturer.
Right.
I didn't know he was a driver. So there were a lot of things in there, and that was really cool. And I really enjoyed the movie a lot.
If you haven't seen it, you should, because everybody knows somebody who is a car enthusiast. This is it was really cool.
And Shelby isn't just Mustang.
Right.
Shelby was a manufacturer like Ferrari, where Ferrari motors are in a lot of different cars over in Europe. So it's interesting how that information. I didn't know a lot of that.
Now you've take that movie, fast forward it today, and you throw a Tesla in there.
I got a few things actually about that.
That's what I kept wondering. Like, okay, what's this going to do for
Actually,
a Tesla?
since you're going to leave early, I probably should do the stories that I wanted to share with you about Tesla, because some of these I found really interesting. So I will.
Yeah, it's this cold crap that's getting to me.
Shoot. Looks like it didn't.
I could drive.
Oh, yeah,
home.
here it is. Here it is. Here's the story. Wait, is that the one? That wasn't the one. Shoot, my stories didn't update. I don't know why. Well, that sucks, because I had some good stories on Tesla. Wonder if I put them in the wrong section. Take a look, see if I put them. Oh yeah, they didn't.
They didn't update.
They didn't update. Figures. Why would they? That would be too easy. Well, okay. I guess I'll just do the other ones then. Let's see if I maybe did put them in the wrong area. No, I didn't. Just kind of disappointed that it didn't do that.
You were having computer issues.
Yeah, but that had nothing to do with these things. It should have still been okay. All right. Well, that sucks. Because I got them all up there. Oh, I can do them, though. I can do them the other way. I can do them by bringing them up on here. Let's see. We'll go to there. Hopefully it'll work. Of course not. Of course not. It doesn't work at all. Doesn't work at all. Why would it do that? That makes no sense at all. All right. Hold on.
Uh-oh.
What?
Tamara said the ramp was denied because there's a points test that needs to be done, and it costs between $1,500 and $3,000.
Aww.
That is so not right.
I don't know what that means.
That means Chris didn't get his ramp.
I know what that means, but I don't know what a points test was. I mean, what's that mean?
That I'm not sure, but I'll find out. What?
Yeah, you tell him. Yeah, I agree. Yes. Okay, I'm still trying to get this thing to come up. I don't know why it's not working, but my notes are not here, and they might be recoverable, because it'll be a short show if I don't have my notes. Why don't you do, wait, can I do one for you? Hold on. Do you both have stories or just one of you?
Both.
All right, let me see if either of yours is coming up. Let's see. That would be yours. Yours didn't come up either. Let me close that and open this. For some reason, my OneDrive isn't working.
Well, I don't have this thingy open either.
What?
This thingy down here.
Mine's open.
What thingy? Oh,
that
you
thingy.
opened the. That's why yours. Okay, that's why yours isn't up, and you do have yours up.
Mhm.
Okay, so talk amongst yourselves, and I'll find them.
Mine's slowly coming up.
All right, let me find your
that's not right.
browser. There's you. Let me find your browser. I forget what yours is called.
Yeah, if anybody knows,
Yours isn't up.
if anyone
that
knows what a
little
points
VMix
test is,
one?
please let us know.
The vMix thing, you have that up?
Mine's coming up as Microsoft Store. What? Really?
Buddy. What's the matter?
Well, I don't see your.
What's the matter? Huh? I have my story up on my screen.
But do you have the
The
vMix?
9 squares open.
Yes.
What? I'm not getting it. I don't even see your computer online. Yes, I know. Tell her. Yours is up, right?
No.
Okay.
I'm trying to.
That button, you didn't push that.
I did.
It's not up.
It was doing the hourglass thing, and then it quit. Oh, there it's up.
You have two of them now up. Okay, now let me see if I can get you. Oh, I think yours is up. Wait, somebody's is up. Who has Google?
I did, but I just
Oh,
shut it down.
Yeah, there you are.
Okay.
You're right there.
I'm on Google.
Yeah, but she's Lenny.
I'm Wilson Lenny.
But you closed it, right?
Right here.
What's that?
The one I want to do.
But you closed your Google.
No, I minimized it.
Okay, well, I need that. If you're going to put the story up.
But my story is right here.
So we don't have it. Oh, wait. Hold on. I can do that. Well, that's weird. Oh, that's because that's the desktop. Do I need that, or do you, what is this? Do I need this?
This is a Word document.
Okay, so we don't need that. Okay, just talk. While you're doing that, I'll try to figure out what's wrong with my system.
Okay, so everybody knows that I work for Penn State Health, and they have several hospitals in the area. We manage St. Joe's Hospital. We're building a new one in Hamden Township. We're going to be doing one in Lancaster early next year. And just this past week, something came in through our email, which it really touched me. And here, what it said was, we had a patient that was in the hospital. He just had a procedure done. It had to do with his heart. It was what they call a left ventricular assist device implanted. And he hadn't been taught how to manage it yet. It was just something that was done, and it was really too risky to discharge him. While here, his wife was in another local hospital here with, I think she was nearing the end. She was near death, and they called it battling end-stage cancer. Well, the patient and his family, they were just upset because he wanted to see his wife, but because of having this device implanted, he was not ready to be discharged. So through some of the people at the hospital, like social workers, they did everything they had to. They got an EMS team there. They had a nurse with him that could watch him and monitor him because he didn't know how to manage his device. They made sure that they gave him an hour that he was able to go to the other hospital, visit his wife, and then come back. They had to make sure that they did this in such a way that his insurance would still continue to pay for his hospital stay. Well, as it turned out, he was discharged a couple days later, and unfortunately, his wife had passed away. But they at least all worked together, so it allowed him to spend an hour with his wife before she died.
Talk about a bad luck. I mean,
Mhm.
not bad luck, really, because it's just bad overall things going on in their lives. It just, you think you've got it bad. Sounds like they had it bad. Just a really strange thing to think of about life and all that garbage.
Well, the nice thing was everybody chipped into this, that once they knew what was going on, nobody said no. They just did what they had to do, crossed all their T's, dotted their I's, and gave the gentleman his wish.
Yeah. Oh, wow, it's all gone. That's really weird. Okay, that's there, but that's not there. Why are my notes missing? That's what I want to know. Okay. Um. Oh, there's. I might be able to get it back. Send online error. Sync error. Of course. Something's wrong with the computers that it's not coming through. All right, I got your page now. If you're ready. Let me know if you're ready. Okay, that one would be it. All right, coming through. All right, I got your page now. Go ahead if you're ready.
So my story is.
Let me know if you're ready.
a
Okay,
Marine,
that one would be it.
a veteran,
All
walked
right,
12 miles.
coming through. All right, I got your. Sorry, I can't hear you. Go ahead. Went from being loud to being quiet. If you're ready. Okay, that one would be it.
A veteran, walked
All
12
right,
miles.
that's better.
Okay.
All right, I got
My
your.
story is
Sorry,
a
I can't
veteran
hear you.
walked
Go ahead.
12
From
miles
being loud to
and was
being quiet. If you're ready. Okay, that one would be it.
a veteran.
All
We all know
right,
that
that's better.
my grandfather.
All right, I got your. Sorry, I
a
can't hear
veteran
you.
that
Go ahead. From being loud to being quiet. If you're ready. Okay, that one would be it.
A veteran. So when I said I'm looking for veterans, saw that I thought it
Sorry, I can't hear you.
but it
Go
says
ahead. Being
that
loud
one
to
Monday,
being
which
quiet. If you're ready.
was veterans,
That one would be it.
well, last Monday, a U.S. Marine veteran started carrying a large wooden cross, and the reason behind this act is really encouraging. He was 34 years old. The cross weighed 75 pounds, and he did it for 12 miles.
That's crazy.
Walking across Palm Beach.
He was down in the
And he
80s
was,
area.
and he was in his dress uniform.
That's amazing. I couldn't imagine trying to do that. It's crazy.
You know who else this reminded me of whenever she first sent this to me? Johnny Ova and his crew in New York, where they're always out there carrying their cross. This reminded me of whenever she first sent this to me. Johnny Ova
I know
does
who he
something.
is.
He does something similar to this. They will carry the wooden cross up there too. Mm-hmm.
Okay. I know who he is. All right.
He does
Well,
something similar to this. They
kinda-
will carry. I think it's remarkable. I mean, here it is, a veteran going out, a Marine going out and carrying this, not only from the religious aspect, but to honor the other veterans as well.
Yeah.
Going out, a Marine going
If I moved, as I scrolled on down, it says, it looked like I'm carrying the cross, but the cross is carrying me. He revealed his intentions for doing so on Veterans Day, and it was to turn people, especially veterans, to God. There are a lot of the vets coming home with PTSD or physical disabilities, and we can lay our burdens at the cross, healing, fears healing at the cross.
That's awesome.
I don't know what she's hearing. Feedback.
Loop of Monster?
Can you bring it up?
I'm not hearing anything.
Can you bring it up on your computer? Because I don't know what she's hearing.
I'm not hearing anything.
Oh. Well, that's weird.
Sounds like we're underwater.
Why don't we hear that? The sounds we're hearing is supposed to be what is outputting. And that's not outputting. We're not getting that. Sounds we're hearing is supposed to be what is outputting. It would be this here that they're hearing. Well, maybe that'll help, but I don't know. How long is it doing that? Is it doing it the whole time? My only question about that is audio confusion. Is that is it better or is it worse? Is it the same? I can't really tell. Wonder if it's that. Wonder if it was looping in. Maybe it was the sounds from your notebook. Because I may not have. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. That would have been it. Maybe. don't know. Not sure. We might have solved it. It depends. Hopefully, it's solved. Not sure. I gotta figure out if the believe me, this thing has been a nightmare today. So it's entirely possible that the one microphone on one of the notebooks was feeding it back. I just turned that off. So I don't know if that fixed it or not. Of course, yeah, it started shortly after Ashley. Yep, that's what it, okay. That tells me what it was. Your notebook had a microphone apparently that clicked on, and when I turned your thing on, it started feeding all the stuff in. So that I got to remember that in the future to click that off. All these things I got to remember. That's just driving me nuts. Okay. All right. You got anything? Did you get your thing up and running? Did I get you? I think I got you working now.
Yeah, she told her story.
Yeah, I did my story.
Yeah, but that's a different story.
Yeah, this is the other one from that came in right at the beginning of the show.
Let me see if I got you here. Okay, that one's Ashley. Where's mine? This one's mine. That should be here. And then I got to put one in for you. That one is really sad because they were going to tour.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, there's Lenny. You're doing it on Google, right?
Yeah.
This is the one. No? Oh, there it is. Okay, good. I have your sound off, so
Why does it say 4 connections?
I don't know. I don't know.
Okay.
I trust me. If I had any idea why this stuff worked or didn't work. Okay, so this should have been. Wait a minute. What happened to? Where'd Ashley's go? This one, hers. Oh, yours there. Okay, there's yours. Okay, why? This is weird. You should be there. It won't let me move you.
That means you're stuck with me permanently.
I thought that was true a long time ago.
You did?
Yeah. All right, now we'll move it over to you. Let's see, how do I do this? How did I do yours? I turned yours on. Yours goes this way. Hey, there you are.
Yeah, finally.
All right, so now where'd we go, though? We disappeared.
We're hiding behind the bush.
There we are. Okay. That's not the one I wanted. I wanted the smaller one. This one. Okay, 9. Okay, go ahead and start talking.
So this one came in right as the show was starting that the guitarist and co-founder of AC/DC, Malcolm Young, had passed away on Saturday. It says he was suffering with dementia, and that's hard to deal with in and of itself. But it said it forced his retirement. Starting that from the band guitarist which founded with AC/DC, Malcolm Young, 73, passed away on Saturday.
I heard rumors.
He was suffering with dementia, and that's hard to deal with in and of itself.
I think they replaced him.
But it said it forced his retirement. Starting that from the band guitarist which founded with AC/DC, Malcolm Young, 73, passed away on Saturday.
I heard rumors.
He was suffering with dementia, and that's hard to deal with in and of itself.
I think they replaced him.
But it said it forced his retirement. Starting that from the band guitarist which founded with AC/DC, Malcolm Young, 73, passed away on Saturday.
I heard rumors.
He was suffering with dementia, and that's hard to deal with in and of itself. And they used Malcolm. Forced that from the band guitarist which with AC. Young, 73.
I know that they replaced
he was
was suffering with dementia, and that's
That actually does work.
They use
So let's find out if it really does work.
Yeah, they said Malcolm last performed live with the band when the 2008 Black Ice tour concluded in Maine.
Uh-oh. I'm telling you, I'm missing a lot of stories. For some reason, I didn't update down here.
Live with the band.
I wonder if I can get it from here.
When the 2008 Black Ice tour concluded in Maine.
Kind of sucks because this isn't right.
Amy said,
I'm telling you, I'm missing a lot of Oh yeah, there is right there. There you go. Fixed it. All right.
Mr. Fix It.
That's what we call him. He just doesn't like that persona to get out too much.
Yeah, see, here's all the stories that I had.
Well, that doesn't help you down here.
No kidding. Huh. Oh, it does have it. There's Axel. I wanted to say this story about Axel. All right, now we need to switch back to that. Let's see. Which one is that? That would be this one. What number is that? Hey, there it is. Except it's still there. Why is that still there? Okay. I could just do it on there, too. Let's see. I'm trying to figure out how to do this. That's not supposed to be there. Why is it there? Let's see. All these other things. What are these other things? Figure out how to do this. Something's interfering, and I don't know what it is. How about we do it this way? And I can do this. Okay, there is a story on Axel. Axel, apparently at his last concert, he took a tumble. And when he took his tumble, he actually injured himself. And they took him to the hospital after the event. And he, as they said, shana-na-na, knees, his ankle.
Ouch.
That's their joke. That's not mine. Axel said to himself after the fall, November 2nd, "Thank you for and all the best wishes. If I hadn't had the boots, the straps, and everything I do for my ankles, it would have been worse," because he wears those big, heavy boots. So apparently he took a fall on the concert and kept playing. So, tough guy. That's not the only guy that is having a rough day.
You are.
In the entertainment industry.
Uh-oh.
See, my keyboard's not working, and my stories aren't there, so it kind of sucks. But Motley Crue, Tommy Lee, says Tommy Lee makes unexpected AIDS announcement.
What?
Tommy Lee.
Oh, my goodness.
Now, he's been with a few women.
Yeah, Pamela Anderson for one of them.
Yeah, well, she has, I think she has HPV, something.
Wow.
But the thing about the AIDS is it's not what you think. Motley Crue's legendary drummer, Tommy Lee, shared a tweet on his official and certified Twitter account and revealed a great project he's into. It's called Red and Cameo. It says, as you read the tweet, Tommy below, he stated he teamed up with these two companies to fight AIDS. Here's what he wrote. I've teamed up with at Red and at Book Cameo in the fight to end AIDS.
Wow.
Book a cameo for me this holiday, and a percentage of the proceeds go to support Red charities. So I guess that's a charity where you can book him to
make a cameo appearance.
Yeah, but it's not quite that. It's I think they're it's a what is it? I think he makes a phone call or something like that.
Oh, okay.
So, but it says 2 weeks ago, Tommy Lee posted a new tweet on Twitter after having a silence for a little while. It says, as you might see the tweet below, Tommy Lee showed his support to Nate Diaz, who faced Jorge Masvidal as the baddest MFer title in the UFC 244. Unfortunately, Tommy Lee should be disappointed because Nate lost his match by a technical knockout. But anyway, so he's doing this special thing for raising money to kill AIDS. So, but I think the cameo is a phone call or something like that. So, kind of cool because I mean, someone of his caliber don't need to do anything.
Exactly.
I'd like to get him on the show. I'd make a charity donation to get him on the show, but I can't afford what he probably would want. But anyway, I saw an article about AMC, our favorite place in the world to watch movies, and it talks about the state of the union of moviegoers. Now, do you think it's up, down, the same?
I think it's up.
You think it's up? Do you think it's up or down? All right. Well, let me tell you, it's even.
Really?
Yeah, for the past couple years, they pretty much have been, it says here, the conventional wisdom is AMC is an over-leveraged dinosaur in a business in a secular decline, and they're wrong. It says here, the theater business has faced technology threats that are much bigger than Disney Plus for the past 25 years, and it's done just fine. It says they had a 9% dividend, and AMC is a solid buy. So it says here, you can't make money agreeing to the consensus view, which is already embedded in the price. The consensus view of AMC is that the company is a value trap with high debt and high fixed costs. But that's not true. AMC, with a current yield of 9%, and it says it's a buy. Here's the facts. Movie theater attendance has been steady for the past 5 years during the period when Netflix revenue rose to $11 billion. In any case, attendance is not revenue. Movie theater attendance is not cyclical. Streaming is not the first technology threat for movie theaters. Theaters have done just fine in the past 25 years during technology change. AMC's business is global and international movie attendance is rising. Subscriptions are creating incremental attendance gains. The movie business is no longer in decline. Let's look at the movie attendance over the intermediate and short-term horizons. All data is from the numbers. Basically, it says here, if you take a look at this chart, and it's hard to see the chart, but it shows they had a big upturn probably about 20 years ago, and then it dropped a little bit, but it stayed pretty steady from then on. So that's a good thing. How many businesses can say that that they have had steady, and most say they went down or maybe they went up, but they're consistent. So
well, I kind of agree with Amy. She said that's because some films are just better on the big screen.
Oh yeah, and there's people like us that go out and want to see the new stuff when it comes out. You know, we can all wait a couple months and then it'll be out on Netflix or whatever it'll be, but I like to see it when it's new.
I do too.
And I like the big screen. I like the idea of seeing it when it's still fresh and new and nobody knows the plot and all that stuff. To me, that's really cool. So I just thought that would be interesting that they said that, and AMC did that new service where you can stream their old movies or older movies. So if you're an AMC A Plus member, you can get access to the older movies at home. So you can stream all the stuff that they have that's older. But anyway, I found that interesting. All right.
Wow.
What?
Ashley just sent me something that I didn't know.
What's that?
Tom Hanks is actually related to Fred Rogers.
I believe that.
6 cousins.
I believe that.
So no wonder. I mean, he was a perfect person to play it.
Oh, of course.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah. All right, let's see here. Let's switch this back over here. Okay, it's time.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
No,
Yes.
no,
Yes.
no, no.
Yes.
I told her we were saving it until next week.
No, no, no.
I want to know now. You said you weren't going to leave till 9:15.
Okay.
So that gives us
5 minutes.
gives us
No.
10 minutes. So go ahead. That's okay. So Ashley has a new game, and it's pretty interesting. How many people were there?
I believe 27.
Too many.
So there are 27 celebrities, and I don't know if I can. Let me see if I can pull that up. I think I can because I had it up a while ago. Hold on. Let me see if we can get if I can get this thing to come up. So she made 27 celebrities what they did before they were celebrities, types of jobs. She gave us a list of jobs that they were, and we had to figure out which one did what, which.
Like which one worked for which fast food place?
Yes, fast food. And I'm actually I'm going to bring up the chart as soon as I can bring the chart up. I'm having problems with.
Yeah, I'm having problems pulling it up.
See,
now.
I think there might be a problem with OneDrive. I don't know that it's my OneDrive. I think it's OneDrive overall is giving us issues, and that sucks because that kills part of the gimmick here. But give me a second, and I'll figure it out. Let's see here.
Yeah, because it's saying it's still loading on mine, and
I didn't even get that far.
well, I had to see. I had these tabs open since the show started, so that I'd be ready.
You
And then-
don't have that actual.
And then what I had to do was I had to.
Okay, you got that.
Yeah, and when I clicked on here, this is what it's doing.
That's really weird. I think that it's a OneDrive problem. I think that I was thinking it was.
Yeah, it's not even coming up on my phone. And it did before. Because that's how I got you guys.
So this is why I'm not getting my stories and everything too, because it's all connected. Don't teach me to use OneDrive. This is the first time I've had a problem with OneDrive though. I gotta say that out of all the shows that I've used OneDrive, but
So that means we can wait.
Microsoft, you need to fix this because this is not a good thing.
No, because I've got backups. I've got.
Yeah,
lists
but they have nothing to look at.
I know.
All right, so I guess what we'll do is would have rather seen us. Wonder if I can. Let me think about this.
Buddy, why don't you go fix OneDrive for us?
I was going to print it out and I didn't do it, and I should have printed it out. 'Cause,
I almost did.
I'm surprised you didn't. I really would have expected you to, because you always do.
I mean, I have my answers up in
Well, we may have to do that.
on my
'cause
screen.
I want to.
Yeah, but I can't remember what I put, so
I
that
have
I
no
don't know
idea.
what I was.
Oh yeah. Oh, you have it there?
Yeah.
What we both did?
Yeah.
You wrote it all down?
Yeah.
All right, we'll let you do it. Okay.
Why do you think
So-
I was like asking mom and trying to
All
figure
right,
things out?
so-
Because I told you I wanted to know who won.
I'll let you introduce it. You can introduce what places. Do it your own way. I don't really know how to do it without this.
Wasn't that Burger King's slogan, do it your own way?
I don't know.
I don't remember.
Anyway, go ahead. The floor is yours.
So there was, for McDonald's, they had to pick. They had 27 names. You guys had 27 names. And I gave them, like, McDonald's. And I said there was 12 people in that category that they had to pick for that category. There was one person, one girl on here, 3 different of the job.
Now, who was that one person? Or do you want? How do you want to do it? Do you want to
Well,
give the
I can-
celebrities
I
ahead of
mean,
time?
I can let you know that, Mike, you got her.
Oh, did I?
You got her, but you did
I
not
didn't have
get,
the right ones.
You did not have it. You had one in the right spot, but
Wow.
not the other 2. And that was pink.
Cheater.
I thought it was pink. So that was kind of interesting because to me, we had 27 people to choose from, and I was trying to think, well, who would have 3 different things, and I couldn't. I just took a shot in the dark.
You got that she worked at Pizza Hut, right?
Okay, what were the other 2 places?
They were. She has worked at Wendy's and McDonald's.
You know, I'm not sure if I'm surprised or not. Because, interesting. Okay. All
One
right.
of the ones that Mom got right.
Now, that was the only one that did more than one,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Okay.
Good.
One of the ones that I want to point out that Mom got right was Madonna.
And what did she say?
Mom put her at Dunkin'.
Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah.
And I only got that right because I thought of you.
And who did I say it? Do you have who I said would be
At Dunkin', you put Amy Adams.
Yeah, I didn't.
And you put Madonna at Dairy Queen.
Yeah, see, I kind of figured she would be. I almost put her at Hooters. Because, well, Madonna was kind of slutty, and you had to be slutty to work at
Hooters was Amy Adams.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, see, I had them backwards.
Nicki Minaj was Red Lobster.
She looks like a red lobster.
Well, she kind of looks like a
Gwen
blackfish.
Stefani was at Dairy Queen. Russell Simmons was Orange Julius.
Oh, man, I was really wrong on those.
I don't even remember what I had.
But anyways,
Hold on. Just hold on a sec. 'Cause for some... Okay, go ahead.
He's going to try to sign in.
Well, I'm signing into it. It may be working now because I got this
Okay.
screen. Go ahead, talk.
I don't know how she did it,
Oh,
but Mom got 12 right.
wow.
Mike, you got 7 right. And I gave you a half a point for getting the pink right.
Wow. So you sure you didn't want to hear all this?
Yeah.
I don't know. That was pretty tough because it was hard to like. I was thinking you had Bobby Flay on there, and I thought I would see him at Red Lobster because he's a chef, right?
Bobby Flay was at Baskin Robbins.
Yeah. See, I would have never thought that. I can't imagine him coming up with recipes for ice cream.
But what I don't get is, like I said, Mom, before the show when I was going over this,
Dumb luck.
she had Dairy Queen, which I only had one person at Dairy
Yeah.
Queen, but she had 2.
And did she get the 1 point for Dairy Queen?
Yeah, it was Gwen
No,
Stefani.
take it out. She loses the point for.
It's not your game, your rules. It's hers. Let it alone.
Yeah, but if she had 2, so I would have charged her on that. I would have told her she doesn't get that one.
She knows if she does, she walks home.
And then at Burger King, she only had 1 person, which was supposed to be 2.
Well, she doesn't deserve 2.
I told you I just started putting X's. I didn't know.
Obviously, neither of us had an
It's
idea.
beginner's luck.
Yeah, I got the spreadsheet I think up here. Let me see if it comes all the way up. It was an interesting game. It was
very confusing though because
there were too many options.
Yes, and I know there's been times I was like, okay, wait a minute, that looks no, and then I think, well, maybe it was this, and I was at the point I was so frustrated that I was just like, I don't care.
I know.
So maybe that's what I have to do from now on to win these games is just say I don't care.
Oh, I know. Trust me.
Well,
I hate when you get in that way.
I told her earlier. What did I tell you? What, yesterday or when I said leave the bigger ones for last.
Yep.
Pick the smaller ones, like the person that only has 1 first. Get those out of your way, and then start plugging in. the
Right.
rest.
I just guessed. I mean, there was just There's no way to do it.
See, I was going to try and draw a little design, but then I thought, I better not.
Well, I actually, when we started doing this, I was going to go through and Google them, and I thought, I don't have time to do this. I don't have time. And I couldn't find the first one, so I just decided they were all going to be a real pain.
I found it right on Google, though.
I didn't find them.
That's where I got the list last week when I was sitting here writing it all down.
Yeah, I don't know.
I got it right off of there.
No wonder my head hurts.
Yeah, well, it's definitely a Microsoft problem there, by the way.
Queen Latifah, she was one of the ones that worked at Burger King. Eva Longoria was Wendy's.
I really thought that would be Orange Julius. Who was Orange Julius?
Orange Julius was Russell Simmons.
Okay.
Who is Russell Simmons?
Richard's brother. I'm sorry. You see, some of them I didn't know, so I just, okay, I skipped that one, and I was like, eh.
Yeah, Microsoft is definitely having problems.
And Mom, I figured you would get the whole Madonna and me working at Dunkin'. I was hoping, at least. I was hoping.
What? You were hoping?
Logic, I don't know.
Hoping that she would get it.
That's Trish logic.
What about me?
Okay, let me say this much. I figured she would get it, or hoping she would get it.
I see.
See, you don't have Trish logic, so that's why it wouldn't have worked for you.
There's only one person that has Trish logic.
Yep.
I'm glad this didn't go down before the movies.
That's true.
That would have made the movies impossible. Because I can't remember what's out every week without the spreadsheet. And my friend sent me a message saying, which movies am I going to see this weekend? Kind of sucks.
Obama, he worked at Baskin Robbins.
I could sort of see that, of the ones.
I see him more of a Pizza Hut guy.
But yeah, so all McDonald's names were James Franco, Sharon Jones, Star Jones, Rachel McAdams, Jay Leno, Seal, Shania Twain, Fred Durst, D.L. Hughley, Pharrell Williams, Keenan Wayans.
Okay, here we go. Came up. So there we go. We got people here. So our chart came up. Not that it matters anymore, but let me see here if I can do this. There we go.
So now I just have to take the time and get mine together. Then we'll see.
So here we go. This is the chart. This is McDonald's, Baskin Robbins, Dairy Queen, Wendy's, Pizza Hut, Orange Julius, Taco Bell, Dunkin' Donuts, Hooters, Red Lobster, and then there's, hold on here, Burger King. So those are the names, and then M is me, T is Trish. I said James Franco. So the McDonald's was James Franco, Russell Simmons.
That's what you guessed.
That's what I guessed. These are the ones I guessed.
Yes.
Star Jones, Jason Lee. I don't even know who he is. Queen Latifah. Huh?
I was going to say Spike Lee's relative.
I don't know. I don't know who he is. Queen Latifah. Then Jay Leno, Julia Roberts, Jennifer Hudson, Seal. I would have said Seal should have been Red Lobster, because that's kind of a Seal type thing, you know. Shania Twain, Keenan Ivory Wayans, Fred Durst, D.L. Hughley, Nicki Minaj. That's who we guessed would be. So, you know, it was
it was fun.
I found it pretty fun. I enjoyed it, even though I had to hear Trish. Oh, I'm never gonna win this. Oh.
But yet, what happened? And she kept wanting to putting it off and putting it off and putting it off.
How do I know you just didn't give her a pity win?
I've got the answers right here.
Sure. You just didn't want to walk home. I know how it works. Anyway, that was a fun game. And now that OneDrive finally came up again, but I don't think I got one I'm going to do in the coming weeks. It's not it's not a game. It's kind of it's called 13 times people were photobombed by celebrities.
Oh wow!
And actually, it's pretty funny because like the one guy. What are you doing?
I'm trying to get my Facebook to shut off.
You know we have a show going on right now.
Yeah,
I know we do.
I didn't know if you knew that or not. Anyway, the one person was like getting a picture with not Matt Damon, but somebody, and in the background is Tom Hanks.
Oh wow!
And there's some that are really cool like that. It says 13. There's many more than that, so I'm not going to show them all. But I kind of thought it was kind of a fun thing. But that was interesting. That I thought would be kind of fun to play. So who is? Oh, you guys are going to go, aren't
Are
you?
we on Jeopardy?
You leaving?
Yeah, because I am tired and. But if you're going to ask
After
a
this.
question,
Okay. Who is the wealthiest guy in the world?
Wealthiest guy in the world.
We've gone over this before.
I have it between two:
Okay, who are the two?
Donald Trump
Nope.
and Bill Gates.
Yes. It should be between Jeff Bezos and Bill Gates.
I almost said Elon Musk, but
Bill Gates passed Jeff Bezos for the title of the world's richest person. So the Amazon guy has been passed.
wow.
That's hard for anyone to believe because the Amazon guy was so far ahead of everybody that
I forgot about him because I don't use Amazon.
you're the only one.
Probably.
Everybody uses Amazon. Yeah, every other website's working. For some reason, the Microsoft is not. Probably because he made so much money, he can't update his website. Come on, Bill, let's get it together. Anyway, the thing about Bill Gates that I think is really cool, if you know anything about Bill Gates, you can't hate on Bill Gates. You can, but you shouldn't. Because Bill Gates and Linda Gates, married couple,
Right.
are doing so much for humanity. He's not
Yes.
just pocketing the money. He's doing all these things that are bettering humanity. It's just amazing how much they have put into trying to make this world a better place, making drinking water out of poisonous water in Africa and stuff like that. He's actually someone that cares about people. And you would think he wouldn't because you would think, oh, what is going on here? I think he's pulling on my keyboard. Anyway, I just think he's a really cool guy because he went out of the way to do that kind of stuff. Since for the first time in 2 years, Jeff Bezos is no longer the richest person in the world, but the new number one is Bill Gates. He has $110 billion
Wow.
as of Friday,
Wow.
compared to Jeff Bezos' measly $109 billion. I don't know how he
By $1 billion.
I don't know how he can even live on that kind of money. I mean,
He gets a lot of government help.
I would imagine he probably gets food stamps.
Probably.
I am having all kinds of problems. I'm wrapped up in my cords. Anyway, I just thought that was interesting. So, if you were going to
Yeah,
go, I
we're
need
gonna
to
head out.
Get out of here. Because
Yeah,
we're going to
'cause-
have a movie night. I'm going to just turn my projector on and I'm going to have the projector play a movie and I'll be commentating on the movie.
There you go.
So it'll be like Debbie Does
Poor
Dallas or
Mike
something.
this week. He lost in the movies, lost in my game.
He'll get over it.
Let's see.
Maybe he should just let it go.
I'm not saying it. I'm not doing it.
I'm going to stop being nice to you.
No more Tesla rides.
I'm going to start being like the rest of your family. So maybe I'll take you on a drive and run out of gas.
He's not even on. So don't he was earlier, but he's not on now.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Yeah. Let's just say,
Hey,
dudes
I
in
gotta give him
Dubai.
credit. He thought he was gonna make it.
Amy thought the dude in Dubai was the world's wealthiest man.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't have enough money. He probably borrows money from the bank to make it ends meet and everything.
Probably.
So when you're going to take your headphones off, let me know so I can.
I'm ready to take mine off.
All right. And are you taking yours off too?
Eventually.
Eventually.
Yeah.
All right. I'll leave you on then. All right. So yeah, it's sad. It says here to give you an idea how much money these guys have. Jeff Bezos can afford to buy every team in the NFL with enough money left over to buy every New York City sports team.
What?
Now, those teams are $1 billion or so each. So that gives you an idea. The value of the 32 NFL franchises, if you took all 32 football teams, is $91.4 billion. So if you wanted to buy every NFL team, he still would have money left over to buy every New York City sports
I
franchise.
wish I had that kind of money.
I'd like just a piece of it. I don't need it all. I just need a piece of it. So are you gone? Okay, you're off. Okay, so you're stuck with me. So let's resume the camera. It'll be on just me, and I'm going to take her stuff. There we go. Oh, your body was cut in half. What a shame. That's because you have those, both of you. That's because you have that game. I'm mad, so now your body's cut in half. Next time I'm going to make you look like a dog on the screen. Oh, wait a minute, I did that. All right, it's just you and me. Oh, I guess nobody saw that. Huh. All right, we'll have to put it back. There we go. Now I'm all alone, all by myself. All by myself. Yes, I am all by myself. Anyway, all right, let's go on with the stories. Now we can talk about them since they left. Real life Iron Man breaks a speed record. That's
America voted in season 4 sees the small business revolution.
People talking. All right, here we go. This is really.
It's not
really
a movie,
cool.
but it is a record breaker. Richard Browning is a real-life Iron Man, breaking the Guinness World Record for the fastest speed in a body-controlled.
I can't imagine doing that. I mean, I can't imagine going that fast and not being protected by anything, because you're going, you're up high, and if you crash, all you have is you. I mean, you don't have a lot of padding or anything. I mean, he had some things, like I think he has a helmet and stuff that you can see in the video. So I wouldn't want to crash then, because you would be in serious problems. Let me see if I can get a better picture of it. I want to get it bigger. Let's see. Is that bigger? I think it's a little bigger. All right. Here I am. Okay. Here we go.
Jet engine powered suit.
He absolutely smashed it on the second attempt, 85.06 miles an hour. More than clear for the new Guinness World Records title.
Browning broke his own record, which was 32 miles per hour over a beach full of spectators in Brighton in the United Kingdom.
I mean, that don't sound fast, because, I mean, we go hundreds and hundreds of miles an hour, but that's pretty darn fast. And it'd really be, that'd be freaky to fly and go that fast. But your suit is all you got. So, I don't know. I'd be afraid to go that fast. I think it'd be freaky, but it'd be cool. So, I don't know. He might, it might be kind of cool to see how fast. I mean, if you crashed, though, you'd be in serious problems. You'd end up killing yourself probably. So, you know, probably would be a good thing not to have that happen that way. But, you know, I just think that it'd be weird. It'd be weird to see how close you are to the being in the air and all that. So that'd be weird. Anyway, here we go. It's the rest of the story.
You know, people around the world, often kids, you know, trying to get out there and do something that's not been done before. That is at the core of innovation. That's what innovation's all about. Not being afraid to have a go, knowing you might well fail.
Safe to say the British inventor is on fire. Who knows what record this fearless flyer will break next? For InsideEdition.com, I'm Lisa Boyticki.
That'd be so weird to think about. That'd be so weird. But, you know, like I said, it'd be cool too at the same time. I mean, speed freaks would really be into that. And if you're into like skydiving and stuff like that, that would probably be a possible thrill-seeking thing. I wouldn't think that I would do it, but if you've ever seen those things, though, I forget what they're called. They use water to propel them up in the air. Those things would be similar, I would think, but you'd be over water rather than over land. So I don't know. I just would freak out if I took that and then all of a sudden you ran out of fuel, then you're going crash to the ground. I don't think that would be so much fun. But like I said, it'd be cool. It would be definitely a cool thing to have happen. So let's see here. Had that. Then, let's see. That's the entertainment crimes. We got, okay, this is pretty wild. I'm not an adrenaline junkie. But these guys are. These two guys here, they're two Arkansas chemistry professors, and they face charges of making meth. You wouldn't think that would happen in today's world, but looks like it is. So these guys, I guess they watch TV. They watched a lot of Breaking Bad, I guess. But it's weird to think that they actually made meth, just like the teacher in Breaking Bad. It sounds like something, an award-winning former AMC series Breaking Bad. The authorities charged two chemistry professors in Arkansas on Friday in connection with the production of methamphetamine. Oh, boy. The instructors, Terry Bateman and Bradley Rowland, 45 and 40, were charged with manufacturing meth and using drug paraphernalia. The Clark County Sheriff's Office said the meth is a highly addictive drug that can be manufactured illegally with chemicals, you know, and all that stuff. You know that. But these two guys weren't as smart as our buddy from Breaking Bad, Walter White. I love that show. But I guess they loved that show too until they actually got caught. So this guy, an armed robber in Harrisburg, stole money from women. But first he would make them strip. So not only do you lose your money, but you lose your, I don't know, your self-esteem. It's kind of weird. Yeah, that's kind of strange that you would make the woman strip and then take her money. And he didn't rape the women, but it's just weird. I can't imagine being that woman that he stole money from. But it says here, a masked gunman forced two women to take off their clothes before robbing them early Sunday. So he was on I guess he was on a binge of ripping off women that Sunday. The women were sitting in a vehicle in the 1000 block of North 3rd Street at 2:45 a.m. when the gunman approached their driver's side, knocked on the glass, and displayed a gun. It says here, according to the women, the robber got in the back seat of the car, forced the driver to drive around a few minutes. He then told them to pull over in a parking lot about 2 blocks away from where the gunman got into his vehicle. Just weird. While stopped, the gunman forced the women outside of the car in the parking lot, told them to strip, and robbed them of $200. See, I think that if I'm going to rob somebody, they better have a whole lot more than $200. If I'm going to jail, I want to go to jail for something good. I don't want to go to jail for something like that. Just weird. I don't know. Just kind of strange. But the world's getting stranger by the moment. Then we got this McDonald's worker who was arrested for tampering of the food. McDonald's restaurant's management not specified what exactly their employee Tatiana Hargrove did to the food. She was reportedly seen at the local McDonald's restaurant manager tampering with food being cooked for a police officer. She was detained Saturday morning, after the manager had informed the city sheriff's office. Again, I just can't imagine messing with anybody's food, let alone a police officer's food, but messing with anybody's food is just too uncool. It's good she was let go, and I'm glad she was, arrested too. But I don't know whether it's misdemeanor or whatever, but it says here, took place Tuesday at McDonald's in California, Bakersfield. The management learned about the incident by watching video recordings from cameras. You can't do anything to get away with, there's cameras everywhere. You just can't get away with anything anywhere anymore. And people need to start thinking like that. They need to start thinking that you're going to get caught at whatever you do. If you mess with somebody's food, you mess with somebody's product, it just, you can't get away with it. But in 2017, she filed a complaint against Bakersfield, blaming the police department for excessive force when she was reportedly mistaken for a male suspect. So she had a grudge against the whole police department in Bakersfield. In October, another McDonald's employee had an incident with a customer striking him with a piece of kitchenware after he reportedly became enraged over not receiving proper service for 20 minutes. Again, you should have had your act together. So, I don't know. These people, I don't know why they think they can get away with things without incident. And, I wouldn't be, I'm afraid to do anything where you can get caught, which is just about everything now. They say you shouldn't use chargers in an airport. You can use like an outlet with a charger, but not to use the charge ports at an airport. And the reason for it is that you can tamper with those charge ports. It says battery is one of the things that is always at a premium. Every one of us that have cell phones, which is just about all of us, know that. We want to keep our phones fully charged because you never know when you might need your phone. It's funny when I think about it, back in the early 2000s, I didn't even have a cell phone. I didn't have a cell phone till probably around, I'm thinking 2006 when I got my first cell phone. Maybe 2005. I don't know. I might have, gotten it around then. But I just can't imagine living without my cell phone now. It's our lives. Our whole lives are wrapping around those stupid cell phones. But there are things that those cell phones are awesome for. But you don't want to give your cell phone to somebody else. You don't want them stealing your information. Well, it says here this week, the LA County District Attorney's Office put out a warning to remind everybody to remind everyone of one way you shouldn't keep your device charged is through a public USB port. The issue is the USB port can potentially be hacked. So they install data streaming malware onto your phone. So you charge up, and they call it juice hacking. The hack could result in the scammers getting access to your passwords, personal information, and more. Not exactly worth it for a few minutes of playing Candy Crush, or is it? I don't know. It says here if you do use one of the ports which you shouldn't. Make sure you're not agreeing to give the port access of your device away. It says, depending on your device, you might get a pop-up when you connect asking if you trust this device. If you do, if you get that pop-up, you want to say no. A better option is always simply plugging your phone or tablet into an AC outlet instead. And it says here, I recommend putting a small surge protector prior to your holiday travels and bringing that along. The protector takes up a minimal amount of bag space and could be a powerful tool when it comes to negotiating with someone to let you share a power outlet. So, you know, they call it a you could get a USB condom. Kind of funny. And of course, if you travel a lot, you should probably have a backup battery. You know, like I have a battery that's, I think it's 20 milliamps, and it'll charge my phone a number of times before any issues. So those things are awesome because then you don't have to plug in anywhere. You can just plug into the charger, and it's kind of cool. So that I have a handful of chargers that I've acquired over the years. And what, puppy? My dog's bumming out here because he just thinks I should take and spend all my time with him. But yeah, like I said, don't plug into the public chargers. You could risk losing information or someone stealing information from you. So I got this. This is a really strange one too. It says here, New Jersey police have had it with a Popeyes chicken sandwich. So there you are, Popeyes. Strange to think that there would be an issue with Popeyes, but it seems to we gotta have a handful of fast food places for some reason. This is not working. Come on, let's go. All right, send it over to Twitter. That way people can read the article. So the problem with Popeyes is that it's nothing with the food, but it is something with traffic. It says here, Popeyes chicken sandwich is an agent of chaos in already chaotic year. It has been purported the cause of fights, fist fights, a car wreck, and threatened shooting, and the stabbing. It could be argued that if people are going to act like a-holes, they're going to act like a-holes whether there's a chicken sandwich or not. But it can be proven that the drive-through at a certain Popeyes in Rutherford, New Jersey, is causing traffic jams on Route 17, all for a chicken sandwich. And police have decided that they can take action. If they can take action, they will. And so an electric sign has been posted outside the Popeyes that reads, "The sandwich isn't worth a ticket. Do not delay traffic." So at this particular place, the problem they have is that people are backing up to get into the drive-through and causing traffic to back up. And so the officers are trying to get people to stop doing that and either pull into the place, but not through the drive-through. So there you go. I don't think I've ever wanted a chicken sandwich that bad that I'm willing to stand out in the middle of traffic and get into trouble with the police. But hey, you never know. If it's that good, maybe I need to look at it. So police say Pennsylvania man who confessed to a murder was doing double life. A Pennsylvania man confessed to kidnapping, then killing his girlfriend in Las Vegas as he carried on a double life. John Chapman, 39, called his wife from the police station Friday about his 33-year-old Jamie Ray Feeden, who's been missing since around September 25th. He said he had murdered a woman. His wife, Maureen, told the news station, "I was in disbelief." In a phone call, Chapman told his wife that he killed Feeden because he had to, according to Maureen. She said her husband lived a double life, taking trips he claimed were for work or to visit relatives. He's really sick. Maureen told the station, "I just want the truth as to what happened. I feel I'm owed that." And police said Chapman drove Feeden from Pennsylvania's Bethel Park suburb to Las Vegas, where he zip-tied his girlfriend's hands, feet to a signpost and suffocated her using duct tape. I would think it'd be a lot better just to, I don't know, break up with her. I don't know. It seems like it'd be a lot better, but I guess not. He hasn't been charged with murder despite his confession, but authorities are working to identify the body that matches Feeden. Finding a body, you're going to have to do your due diligence and make sure it's the exact person. So there's always a possibility that she's alive somewhere. I don't know. I just can't imagine having a wife and a girlfriend and then killing the girlfriend. So I don't know. It's so weird. I can't imagine how to tell your wife that too. I guess you don't have a choice about telling her because you're in jail for something. But to confess, I guess it was bothering him and caused him to, confess about it. So your life's pretty much over. I mean, was the sex really worth that much? That's my question. Here's a good one. How would you like to find out that your son is so honest about things that 5-year-old brings heroin to school, tells teacher eating, he tells the teacher eating it turns him into Spider-Man. Ugh. That's why you don't give your kids stuff. You don't give your kids the drugs because then they're just going to end up turning you in. Then you're going to be arrested, and then you lose everything. And maybe it's good that he wasn't the son of the killer. He would have killed somebody. The dad would have killed him and then confessed to the murder, I guess. Massachusetts man has pleaded not guilty to charges after authorities say his 5-year-old son brought heroin to school and told his teacher that when he tastes the powder, he becomes Spider-Man. Oh, man. The Daily Hampshire Gazette reports that 29-year-old Benny Garcia of Holyoke was arraigned Friday in Holyoke District Court, and he faces charges of drug possession and reckless endangerment of a child. Prosecutors say Garcia's son brought a plastic bag decorated with Spider-Man to kindergarten Thursday and put it in his mouth, telling a teacher eating the powder turns him into a superhero. Authorities say the boy was taken to the hospital, but he was unharmed. But police searching Garcia's home say they found more than 200 bags of heroin and cocaine. You just don't tell your kids what you're doing. If you're going to sell heroin and cocaine and all that, keep it to yourself. Don't tell everybody that you're doing it. Just seems like a bad idea. Oh, man. To have your kid narc on you, though. That sounds like it's not a good thing. Let's see here. Let's see, here we go. The new Tesla Y is coming out. In fact, some people say it's already out. They've seen them. I haven't seen them yet. But it's a crossover. It's a cheaper version of the Model X. And they say it's going to crush the competition. I believe that. Because the Model 3 came out and it just took the world by storm. I mean, they sold probably I would say at least 30% of the electric vehicles out there are Teslas. So I might be wrong about that, but let's find out. Says there's a lot of EV crossover coming out down the pike, and don't expect the gas engine motors to suddenly wrest the EV market from Tesla, because they're not. And the thing is that they can't just take over the market because they don't have the infrastructure to put out. They could put the cars out, but they still have to have the infrastructure for charging. And Tesla has the infrastructure and the cars. So if you're buying an electric car, you have to think about that. And your cheapest car in Tesla would be, 40 grand, 35 grand or 36 grand or something. But, you're going to probably realistically spend 50 to 60 grand to buy a good Tesla with a lot of options. And if you buy the high-end stuff like the P series, the performance series, you're going to spend a lot more money. But you don't need to buy that because you can't really use it. That's really a status symbol when you start spending that kind of money. So it says with over 500,000 VINs on the Model 30 or Model 3, it's not a giant leap of faith to see the Model Y with a starting price of $39,000. Now, that's the basic system. That is going to be a unit that has probably the least battery power. And if you want something with the most battery power, you're going to pay, I think it was a $9,000 difference between the low battery and the high battery in the last, in the Model 3. So, believe me, for the 9K, you want the better battery because that means more distance, more power. The EV crossover competition has already arrived in the U.S., including this is the competition for the Y, the Audi e-tron, the Hyundai Kona EV, the Jaguar I-Pace, the Kia Niro EV, not to mention the Chevy Bolt with upwardly revised range of 259 miles, and the Nissan Leaf S Plus. Now, the thing is about any one of those cars is that you're not going to have the charging speed that you want to have. If you buy one of those, you get level 2 charging, you're probably talking about being able to charge, say, 20 miles an hour. So if you're at home charging and you have a level 2 charger, 20 miles an hour is not a whole lot. Whereas I can charge my car 180 miles in 15 minutes. So I don't know. It's something that you got to really consider. And why would you buy a car that wasn't a Tesla when you can buy a Tesla for the same price? Because the big difference is going to be the charging and the features. Ever since I got my my Model X last year, which is about a year, I think I bought it in, I want to say November of last year, because I think I got it around Thanksgiving. Every year, we get the software updates, more features are added, and they're out charging us for the more features. That's got to be worth something right there. And I actually, funny, we used the summons. Actually, this past weekend, I used the summons to pick up. Summons is the thing where my car is parked out in the parking lot, and I push a button. It's called Come to Me, and the car actually leaves the parking space, drives up, and picks me up. To me, it's a niche-y thing. It's not something I have to have, but it's really cool, and that's got to be worth something. Anyway, but remember all those EVs from traditional automakers, they're ICE vehicle makers first. ICE meaning many of those guys were anti-electric cars, and they would take their vehicle and they would block off the charging station so we couldn't charge. So, I don't know. I think it's kind of funny. But the other guys still are going to take a longer time to charge. And like I said, that's really what the power of the whole thing is. If you got right down to it, if you really sat down and took feature for feature, why wouldn't you buy a Tesla? So that's the way I look at it. I really wish my notes would have come through, but they didn't. That sucks, because I really wanted to kind of talk about things. Let me see if I can find. Oh, this is kind of cool. So here's somebody who had a Tesla smart summon through an obstacle course. Now, I don't know I didn't see this, so I don't know anything about this. I just pulled this up now. So I'm curious about this myself. It says a Tesla 3 owner put his smart summon capability to the test in his homemade obstacle course with cones. YouTube, Kevin Rook, filmed his attempt on how to make the most polarizing feature of the latest version 10 update work. First, I wanted to know how Smart Summon planned its route. Rook said, oh, I used it Saturday when we were out. I used it when we went to the comedy club, and it was fun because we were parked way on the other side, and I pushed the Smart Summons, and it came up to me, and it was an awesome thing. Amy, I want to talk to you about something. I just hope I can remember to tell you. Anyway, it says here the test number 1 said the initial test said the maximum range of the summons was 200 feet, according to the release. I think I was out further than 200 feet when I did the test on Saturday. It says here, regardless of the feature, Rook used the Come to Me button for the test, and the Model 3 came to him with no issues. I'm pretty sure I did more than that this week, because I think I was, I want to say I was at least a half of a football field away. But anyway, test number 2 comprised of Go To Target, where the user could pick up a geographical location on their phone, and Tesla would travel to this location. I don't think I have the Go To Target. That's interesting. I'll have to take a look at that and make sure, because I don't think I've seen that. It says here, given it's on the road, it should be able to be reached in a safe manner. Rook threw a monkey wrench into the test and gave the Tesla a meetup location that was a local river. The Tesla avoided this trap and managed to stay on the road and not into the body of water. Well, that's kind of important. I mean, if you think you're going to send it to somewhere and it's not an actual location, the Tesla knows not to jump into the location. It says next test required was to navigate through a number of safety cones. So he set up a curved pathway leading to his location. Instead of navigating through the various cones, the vehicle instead decided to back up and avoid the course completely, realizing there was a simpler path to his location. Final 2 tests. Wonder if here we go. All right, I think this is it. Okay, we'll watch the video. Why not?
In late September, Tesla released Smart Summon, a feature that allowed cars to drive through parking lots and garages without anyone in them. And like any Tesla feature release, user videos immediately flooded the internet. Mostly these Smart Summon videos were successful and, to be honest, pretty amazing. But there were a few videos like this one and this one
Oh my God.
where Smart Summon didn't quite react in time. So Tesla did what Tesla does best. They collected all the data from over 550,000 Smart Summon attempts, and they released an improved version of the software within a few days. Shortly after, and once the feature was available here in Canada, Tesla announced that they had over 1 million Smart Summon attempts already made within a few weeks of launch, which is actually more than 1 Smart Summon attempt per Tesla vehicle on the road today. And while personally I don't feel comfortable using Smart Summon in a mall parking lot full of Christmas shoppers, I've still been learning about it. I've been playing around with the feature and figuring out how it works.
I agree with that totally, because in Smart Summon, the best chances of failure is to have a lot of things going on around the car. I found that when I did it, the best success was in the movie parking lot where nobody was around the car for the most part. And it went fairly distant, and it had to make a lot of turns. And when I was in the parking lot, the Red Robin parking lot, the problem I had was when a truck pulled in front of my car, headed towards my car didn't know how to react, so it just aborted. And so that was a problem. And then the other time, Let me think here. I had another problem when I didn't complete the thing. Let's see here. No, I'm trying to think now. There was one other time. Well, I've used it about 4 times now, and more times than not, it worked right.
And along the way, I bumped into 3 main questions that I wanted answers to. First, I wanted to know how Smart Summon plans its route. How does it go left or right, or decide whether it should go forward or backwards? Does it know if it's on some sort of road? Is it just using camera inputs, or is it using a combination of inputs? I wanted to figure out exactly how it moved. Second, I wanted to figure out what kind of obstacles Smart Summon could detect. I mean, obviously it's going to stop for cars and people, large objects that are pretty easy to identify. But what happens if it's a smaller object? What happens if you're at a mall parking lot and you got a Christmas shopper parked beside you and they leave their shopping cart behind your car? You're trapped on both sides. You can't go back. Is Smart Summon going to run over the shopping cart? Will it stop? Will you be stuck? And finally,
I think that case, it won't go. I think it'll abort the issue.
See how my Tesla would react if I gave it a task that it couldn't complete. Imagine I was in a mall and I asked Smart Summon to drive towards my current location. Now, if that current location is not at the edge of the parking lot, what will Tesla do? Will it still try and drive up the edge of the sidewalk into the mall? Will it just wait there? Will it not?
I think it'll go as far as it can go, stop.
Not do anything? How is it going to react if I'm not specifically in the parking lot waiting for it to pick me up? So I had all these questions that I wanted answers to. I figured the best way to do it would be to go down to an empty parking lot and run some tests myself. Here's some footage.
The one video I saw this past weekend, I think it was this past weekend, was when the Tesla guy was in an empty parking lot and he was trying to get the Tesla to do its thing. And it went through, it didn't stop at the end of the lane, it just kept going through. Now, it was an empty parking lot. The third time he did it, a cop saw him and pulled the Tesla over, and the Tesla was empty. So the cop was a little confused about everything. He didn't end up giving a ticket to the guy, but he could have. So that was kind of interesting.
Footage from the other day.
All right, test number 1. We're going to see if Tesla's Smart Summon can go its full range. Tesla says it can go about 200 feet as long as you have good line of sight. So I'm going to go 200 feet back that way. It's about 65 meters, and we're going to see if we can Smart Summon. All right, 65 paces away. It's about 200 feet. Let's see what we can do here. So we're there, almost on the edge of the range. Here it comes. Summon complete. All right, Smart Summon test number 2. We're gonna see if the car will follow a path that I give it, even if the path is not on the road. So I'm gonna put my target as the river over there and see if the car will actually continue driving beyond the edge of the road towards the river. Obviously, I'm not gonna let it get into the river, but we're gonna see what the car does. All right, we've set the target to the river, right there, the West Don River, and we're gonna tell the car to go to the
Okay, now I don't think mine has that. So he has a thing where he can say, I want you to park here. I don't think I have that.
target. So the route's changing as it moves. It doesn't really know where it's going. It's coming backwards now. Okay, here we go. It's doing pretty good, but I told it to go over there.
Yeah, over there.
It recognizes that this is the road.
Yeah.
And it's going to continue along the road. It's not going to turn off into the river.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's just smart like that, eh?
On the road, looking for the entrance to the river, and it's not finding it. And it's still not finding. It's still looking for the entrance.
Oh, I
to the
see
river.
what you mean. Okay.
And it's going to keep looking, probably until it gets to the edge of its range. My hands are getting cold.
Oh, maximum distance reached.
All right.
That's it.
So no.
So you know what?
Didn't
That's
go in
good.
the river. That's a good thing.
That's a good sign.
All right, next Tesla Smart Summon test. We got the car down there. We set up a bunch of pylons all the way through the parking lot, and we've got it going straight, and then it's going to curve. And we're going to try and get the Tesla to come all the way to me. First, see if it hits any of the pylons on the way, and then see if it'll follow our course and then come back around to get to us. Oh, it's backing up. It doesn't want to go through our obstacle course.
Oh, wow.
Obstacle course.
It just fully avoided it.
Is it going to hit the cone?
No, it's not.
Wow. It went around the obstacle course. That was pretty impressive.
Yeah, it's fully backed out of our course.
All right, test number 4 for the Tesla Smart Summon. We've trapped the entire car in pylons. We have like 12 or 13 pylons all around the car. We're gonna see how Tesla reacts to the obstacles. First, if it can see the obstacles, and then if it actually tries to go around them, if it tries to run them over. We'll see. It's trying to go forwards. Oh! All right, the first time it ran over one of the cones and escaped my trap. Now I have a few more cones and I put them tighter towards the car. Let's see what happens this time. Locked on our target. Trying to go forward. Oh, can't. Try to go backwards. Nope, can't go there. Nope.
A few moments later.
I can't move. My Tesla's trapped.
You got your clickbait right there.
We successfully tracked the Tesla this time. It went back and forth about 15 or 20 times. It couldn't find a way out of the maze, and it stopped. So if you want to trap a Tesla on Smart Summon, just get a bunch of pylons and put them around the car. All right, we did 2 pylon tests. Now we've put smaller objects around the car. We've put red Solo cups filled with snow around the car. They're not very big objects. We'll see if Tesla detects them, and then if it decides to run over them in order to get out in Smart Summon. All right, here's the official red Solo cup test. There's the vehicle, and here's our target. Oh, it stopped.
I guess it can't go to the parties now.
It went right over the cup.
So after all that testing, here are the 3 main things I've learned. First, the Tesla is definitely relying on both camera inputs and Google's map interface. When I first asked the Tesla to go down towards the river, you could see it driving along the parking lot, looking for an entrance to the river while staying exactly on the line set out by Google Maps. And it only ever strayed from that Google Maps road line whenever an obstacle was in the way. So I may have to do some more testing on this to figure out how it might react on gravel roads or places that Google Maps has not perfectly mapped out yet. The second thing I learned was that my Tesla on Smart Summon can detect some really small objects. I managed to trap it with just a dozen or so pylon cones, most of which were less than a foot in height, and they really had nothing to them. They were hollow inside. And I'm not sure if the Tesla didn't detect my red Solo cups or if it just decided to drive over them, but I think that was probably the right decision. I mean, there's always going to be this struggle to find a healthy balance of what the Tesla on Smart Summon should stop for and what it should just continue driving through or driving over. There's all sorts of small debris on roads, and things like red Solo cups should not be the reason why a driverless car can't get to its destination. But things like construction cones and pylons, maybe they should be. But either way, I'd still like some sort of notification or update if the car does happen to get stuck on Smart Summon. When I had those pylons all around the car, it just kept going a few feet forward, a few feet backward for over a minute without ever letting me know that it was stuck and that I needed to help it. Same thing happened when I sent the car to the river. It never actually arrived at the river, but it also never told me that it couldn't complete the trip. It just kept going until it reached the end of its range and then just stopped in the middle of the parking lot. Some sort of update or some sort of notification in the app would be nice. And the final thing I learned about Smart Summon, probably the coolest thing, is how quickly the car is making decisions. From the app, you can actually see every single time the car changes direction or moves, the route changes as well. It's processing all this new information, all the GPS data, all the camera data, and it's deciding what it should do next. And since all this GPS data and camera data is being recorded and saved, that's what makes Tesla software so powerful. Eventually, all the learnings from my Smart Summon experience will be shared with all the other cars in the Tesla fleet, and all of their experiences and learnings will be shared with me. All these Smart Summon cars are going to continue to get better over time. And although Smart Summon is not perfect yet, I think it's an impressive and a necessary step to achieve Tesla's self-driving ambitions. Because from a bird's eye view, Tesla first solved high-speed driving, that was autopilot on highways. Now they've solved slow driving, which is Smart Summon in parking lots, and now they have that gap of everything in between. All the city driving, all the stop and go traffic, all the weird intersections and the turns. That's what's next. And of course, that last step is going to be most difficult of all. There's lots more complexity in city driving than there is on highways or parking lots. But then again, Tesla has been proving everyone wrong for a decade now, And I think the Smart Summon release, the fact that it got out so quickly and they've already updated it and they're going to continue to update it, I think that just confirms Tesla's completely serious about doing self-driving cars. Now, for most people, Smart Summon is still kind of a party trick. It's something you do once or twice to impress your friends or to show them how your cool car moves on its own. But it's still not useful to the everyday person. You don't rely on it all the time. But that's how autopilot used to be. 3 or 4 years ago, it was just a party trick. It was something you could use on short stretches of highway. It wasn't perfect, but you could use it. And now I'm doing over 90% of my driving on autopilot. That's highways and that's city roads as well. And I think in a few years, I'll look at Smart Summon in the same way. You just come to rely.
He's right. I use autopilot all the time. I actually don't remember taking a trip anywhere that I don't use it anymore. I don't use it 100% of the time because it's not practical, but I do use it all the time. So anyway, well, that's it. I guess that's all I got to say today. I want to thank you for hanging out, and as usual, just want to play the ending and get it over with. Now, this has been a weird show because my OneDrive went down because I don't know what was going on with Microsoft, and I had problems with the update, so it took like 3 hours, and it didn't even update then, and so I'm going to reboot the system, let it update now. So, all right. I will talk to you guys next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. Hopefully earlier next week. Hopefully we'll be on time.
The following program contains scenes and language of a frank and explicit nature. Viewer discretion is advised.
In 5, 4...